Alrighty, everyone.
Patrick.Morris.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Marva Bannerman Park. My name is Maria Nardi, Director of Miami-Dade County Parks, Recreation, and Open Spaces Department. And I'd like to thank you all for being here today at this wonderful park, Marva Bannerman Park. This is a cherished park in our community that provides just outstanding recreation programs to the community, including Learn to Swim lessons and aquatic recreation for this entire community. Today, we proudly announce the Zero Drownings in Miami-Dade County initiative, which is an initiative that will increase water safety for children in Miami-Dade County. The Zero Drownings in Miami-Dade collaborative helps us create a community where children from every single neighborhood, regardless of socioeconomic status, abilities, or culture, acquire vital skills in drowning prevention. These skills will not only help ensure their safety, but will also foster a deep appreciation for our aquatic environments. Just very briefly in Spanish, hoy anunciamos con mucho orgullo la iniciativa Zero Drownings de Miami-Dade, una iniciativa que va a aumentar la seguridad de nuestros niños cuando estén en agua en Miami-Dade. La colaboración Zero Drownings de Miami-Dade nos ayudará a crear una comunidad donde niños de cada vecindario, independientemente de su estado socioeconómico, habilidades o cultura, adquieran la capacidad necesaria para la prevención de ahogamientos. Estas capacidades los protegerán y fomentarán una profunda apreciación hacia nuestros ambientes acuáticos. Before we get started with our program, I'd like to take a moment to recognize elected officials, partners, and special guests we have with us today. It's a big community family that we have here today. Starting with our elected officials, big welcome and thank you to Mayor Miami-Dade County, Daniela 𝘾𝙬𝙬𝙤. We have Miami-Dade 4th County Commissioners Chairman of also District 1, Chairman Oliver Gilbert III. We have here also representing District 3 Commissioner 𝘾𝙤𝙢𝙥𝙧𝙚, his Chief of Staff, Misty Brown. There she is. We have Miami-Dade County Public Schools District 2 Board Member, Dr. 𝘾𝙤𝙢𝙥𝙧𝙚𝙗. Yes. We have Miami-Dade County Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. 𝘾𝙤𝙬𝙀𝙀. We have the Children's Trust President and CEO and dear friend, Jim Hodge. We have American Red Cross and Greater Miami and the Keys Executive Director, Deborah Koch. We have the Miami Foundation President and CEO, Rebecca Fishman-Lipsey. We have United Way Miami President and CEO, Samaria Hudson. On behalf of the Templeton Family Foundation, we have Sissy Templeton. Over here. Welcome. We have the EDU Foundation, 𝘾𝙬𝙬𝙀 Community Foundation Director and Donors Relations and Special Projects, Andrew Britton. We have Miami-Dade County Community Action and Human Services Department Early Head Start Manager, Sabrina Tassie Lewis. There she is, all the way over there. We have Miami-Dade Fire Rescue Captain Keith Bell. We have Miami-Dade Police Director Stephanie Daniels here as well. And to all of our kids and our other partners and members of the media, I would also welcome, and also a very special welcome to our guest Sarah Perry with the Aiden Perry and Good Samaritan Scholarship Fund. So I know you're here, so you're with us. So thank you all for being here on this really special and significant mile mark for the county. Before we hear from today's speakers, please know that you will have the opportunity to the media to interview each of the speakers at the end of the press conference, and you will also have the opportunity to interview children and their parents in English, Spanish, and Creole who have participated in the Zero Drowning program here in Miami-Dade County. So now, please help me welcome Miami-Dade County Mayor 𝘾𝙤𝙬𝙚
Well, let's give it up for Maria. She did not acknowledge herself. Director of our Parks and Recreation in this case. She has done a fabulous job pulling together all of the great opportunities for recreation, health, wellness in our parks, and this very wonderful Zero Drownings Miami-Dade initiative. So to Maria Nardi, to the wonderful Parks team, let's give it up one more time, the whole Parks team. We are, after all, here at Miami-Dade County Park. And she did such a good job naming so many people for whom we give gratitude. I just want to make one addition, and that would be to our chairman of the board of the Children's Trust, Ken Hopper. Thank you for being with us. As we all know, we can't do it without our chairs. So, on a personal note, I come into this pool after having gone with my eldest granddaughter, Lena, who's 6, to her second ever swim meet. She's on a swim team in Washington, D.C. And I flew up for the weekend, I got away, and I watched her swim very excitedly in her second ever swim meet. And my 4-year-old granddaughter, she finally got it. She can swim across the pool. So I'm very proud of these 2 young ladies and their affinity for the water. But you know, we're not like animals that naturally know how to swim. We have to learn how to swim. I was thinking about that. And these young people, they are so fortunate. And you can see they're happy. They're enjoying being out at the park and learning to swim. And we're doing all of this for them because we know that one death in the water or one serious injury is way too much. And sadly, several of the folks who are with us here today have experienced it firsthand. And I know for me, when we lost 2 beautiful young men, unfortunately on a school day off, and they drowned, trying to save each other, neither of them knew how to swim. That was the button that was pushed for me. And I said, enough is enough, and we have to bring everybody together. And that has led to this great initiative with so many partners. So we had a pilot, but we're launching this in earnest across the county this fall. And our goal is to ensure that all children, regardless of their abilities, their cultures, their socioeconomic backgrounds, that they all learn how to stay safe in the water. And we can achieve this goal through this extraordinary partnership. In Miami-Dade, we are privileged to be surrounded by water everywhere. And that is also a huge responsibility for all of us as adults. More children aged 1 to 9 die from drowning than any other cause of death. Number 1 cause of death for our children. And so to increase water safety for our kids, we've joined forces at Miami-Dade County with these major partners. And you met many of them just a moment ago, but just to call out the organizations. The Children's Trust, Miami-Dade County Public Schools, the American Red Cross, the Miami Foundation, United Way Miami, the Templeton Family Foundation, the EDU Foundation, the Key Biscayne Community Foundation. Sarah A., thank you, everyone, for making it possible. So each of you has played a pivotal role in this life-saving partnership. It will develop and fund a long-term, large-scale water safety net for children in our community. We're creating in the Office of Parks, Recreation, and Open Spaces in the county a special office dedicated to drowning prevention. That is new. And we will create an evidence-based Learn to Swim water safety program together with all of you that utilizes our partners. This office in the Parks Department of the county will be the logistics hub that facilitates the program. So I want to thank our Parks Department again for being our leaders in this effort. And we're going to use our existing Learn to Swim program that has been leading swimming education countywide for 60 years. But now with the new funding and the innovative partnership, we're taking this swimming education and water safety to the next level. And We also recognize the high risk of drowning for children with special needs, particularly autism, and we're going to place a special emphasis on serving this population. Our Community Action and Human Services Department in the county, and we have our director, our Chief of Community Services, 𝘾𝙤𝙢𝙢 𝙤𝙬𝙚 with us here today. 𝘾𝙤𝙢, where are you? There you are. Thank you. Is also a critical part of this initiative and an integral part of the success because we're going to be working with our youngest children, the 4- and 5-year-olds from our Head Start program. So let's give it up for Head Start. And we're going to transport children from our Head Start and Children's Trusts Thrive by 5 centers to and from the pools. So we're making sure that our youngest have access as well. Our Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, and we saw that we have 𝘾𝙤𝙢 with us here today, but they are responsible not only to respond in emergencies, but they're also proactive partners on prevention. They will play a crucial role in the Zero Drownings Initiative by supporting the educational outreach. Thank you. Thank you to our Fire Rescue Department. And effective communication, we know, is the key. It's the first resource in prevention. So our fire rescue is often the first on the scene in water-related incidents, so their work is really critically important to assure that everybody has the knowledge that they need around the water. We just completed our pilot. It started in April, and more than 300 children in 4 county parks participated. And today we're going to be celebrating many more to come. So teaching swim safety, we know, not only saves lives, but it fosters healthier, more connected community where everyone can enjoy and not fear our beautiful waters. So we envision a community where children from all of our neighborhoods, abilities, culture, socioeconomic backgrounds can learn essential drowning prevention techniques to keep them safe and inspire their love for our water. So again, so proud of everyone for making this happen, and grateful that we are launching this together today. Y ahora unos puntos extras. Buenos días, soy la alcaldesa de Miami-Dade y es un honor estar aquí hoy para dar a conocer el programa Zero Drownings de Miami-Dade, que tiene el objeto de llevar a 0 la cifra de ahogados. Me hago eco de lo dicho por María y quiero agradecer a todos nuestros colaboradores. Ustedes son el corazón y la mente de este programa a gran escala para la prevención de ahogamientos, el primero de su clase impulsado por la colaboración y dirigido a todos los niños del condado. Gracias a su diligente labor, el programa comenzará a finales del otoño. Nuestro objetivo es garantizar que los niños de todas las capacidades, culturas y entornos socioeconómicos aprendan a cuidar su seguridad en el agua, y podemos lograrlo gracias a esta increíble asociación. En Miami tenemos el privilegio de estar rodeados de agua, pero esto también implica una enorme responsabilidad para los adultos. Entre los niños de 1 a 9 años hay más muertes por ahogamiento que por cualquier otra causa. Para aumentar la seguridad de nuestros niños, el condado ha sumado sus fuerzas a las de estas importantes organizaciones comunitarias y sus líderes para formar esta nueva colaboración compuesta por el Fideicomiso de los Niños, Children's Trust, las escuelas públicas del condado de Miami-Dade, la Cruz Roja Americana, la Fundación Miami, United Way Miami, la Fundación EDU, la Fundación de la Familia Templeton y la Fundación de la Comunidad de Quidditch. Muchas gracias a todos. Cada uno de ustedes tiene un papel vital en esta asociación para salvar vidas, que desarrollará y financiará una red de seguridad acuática a gran escala y a largo plazo para los niños de nuestra comunidad. Escuchen, niños. Listen up. Listen up, children. Woo! They're ready. They want to go swimming. All right. Enough for the thanks. Gracias a todos. We're ready. El programa actual de natación de nuestro condado de Parques lleva 60 años liderando la enseñanza de natación en todo el condado, pero ahora con nuestros compañeros vamos a seguir adelante, ayudando a todos, sirviendo a todos y la prevención de ahogamiento. Gracias a todos.
Alrighty. Give another big round of applause to our mayor. Mayor, thank you so much for your leadership and your support in expanding water safety. And now, please help me welcome Board of County Commissioners Chairman Oliver Gilbert III. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Mayor. Thank all of you all for being here. First, if you ever run a show, none of you do. But if you did, you know I'm not supposed to be speaking right now. It's supposed to be Commissioner 𝘾𝙤𝙢𝙢. And so I called him and asked him where he was, and he reminded me that I assigned him to the committee that meets at this time. And there are still a lot of people speaking at public hearing. And so he told me that he was doing his job. He asked me to deliver some remarks for him. And so I'm going to do some quick remarks for 𝘾𝙤𝙢. I'm going to try to sound just like him. So this is actually his voice. Well, let's do something first. Can everybody, because he sponsored this legislation, could you all join me on 3 and say, thank you, Commissioner Hardeman. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Commissioner Hardeman.
Thank you. So I've covered that part of it first. Secondly, he reminded me that he has 2 young girls. 2 young girls who are basically the target age of the kids that we're going to be teaching swim around the county. And that a person can drown in seconds. And this is important. You know, when the mayor was speaking, I was looking over at the kids, and it's important to put a human face on what we're doing. We're actually helping them save their lives. You know, when I was speaking and I was asking the mayor if she knew how to swim, and she said yes, of course, and I asked, I asked the chief if she knew how to swim, and she said yes, of course, and I asked Mike if he knew how to swim, and he said yes, of course, and then someone said, I remember when I learned how to swim, and it made me remember when I learned how to swim. I learned how to swim, and it was the summer that I turned 11 years old. I learned how to swim because I had a cousin. His name was Robert. And he lived in 𝘾𝙗𝙗. We lived in Miami Gardens. We went to school together. I get off the bus a little later than him. He was always stayed with us, but this weekend he was going to go home, and he was going to come over later. His mom was going to drop him off. There was we used to call it a lake, but it wasn't really a lake. It was a rock pit. It was a rock pit in 𝘾𝙗𝙗. He and his sisters went swimming in the rock pit in Detroit. And every child in my family learned to swim the summer after that. When I became mayor of Miami Gardens, I partnered with Captain Bell and his organization, 𝘾𝙗𝙗, to teach children how to swim. It should never be an economic barrier. It should never be an access barrier. Reflecting back on that time in my life, what I know is that we live in Florida and we have pools, but we have water that's not pools. This is leveled off. And we know that kids are going to be attracted to it. In law, we call it attractive nuisance. We know that kids are going to be attracted to water. It's incumbent on us as adults to do the adult thing and make sure they all have an opportunity to learn how to swim. So give yourself a round of applause. Because we couldn't do this alone. The county couldn't do it alone. The Knight Foundation couldn't do it alone. The Miami Foundation couldn't do it alone. The school board couldn't do it alone. We have to do it together. Us doing it together saves their lives. That's what we're doing here today, and I'm so very happy to represent the Board of County Commissioners that supported this initiative. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Chairman. Give him another big round of applause for your support always. And now, please help me welcome Miami-Dade Public School District 2 Board Member Dr. Dorothy Bendrus-Mendigo.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning.
That's my good morning to you as a teacher and a principal. And you know me as your school board member, but it's important that I know from whence I come. And I heard someone say to the children, you know, in Silencia, no. We're in their place, so it's real lucky they let us come. Right, Keith? when we came early on to observe them, Jim and Natalia and all of the others who came that first day, but it didn't look like this. They were having the time of their lives. We had all of those lifeguards and holding the kids, and they're screaming for their mamas and whomever, come get me, come get me. And the firefighters, even those who were retired, were holding on to them. And they told me, a board member, don't get upset. You come back in about 30 minutes, they will be swimming. And they were. So they're in good hands. And just to give you some comments, not a lot, but I have to tell you a little bit, and someone will come up after me and tell you more. So I'm your school board representative on the Children's Trust Board. The school board representative, that would be 8 other people. And I think they get a little jealous, Mr. Superintendent, because a lot happens in District 2. A lot, I'm telling you, Madam Mayor, a lot. And we do it well. When we say we're going to get it done, and Jim will say more, we're going to get it done. We know that we have a school right across the street, Brownsville Middle, and the principal was invited over, but he's in Synergy. Now, if you don't know what that means, Google it and find out what we do, other than, as someone said to me coming in, school is closed. Right, school is never closed. And those of us who signed our names to say that we would run for office and win, we know that we're on 24/7, as our police officers, as our firefighters, we're on. And we're on this morning. So I have to say also, I'm proud of this collaboration. And as I said before, I'm happy that we're doing it in District 2. Community of Brownsville, a little while ago it was called Brown Sub, but we'll take Brownsville, we'll take any name that's important to our children. It's going to serve kindergartners at our schools across Miami-Dade. It's wonderful to know that, as it's already been stated, one of them. They're funded quite a bit by the Children's Trust, which will be a key part of this program. Drowning rates are higher in the communities that these early child care programs serve. This will provide, Superintendent, we know this, it happens to all of us. The very next morning, or even before then, I'll call her name, Vanessa Woodard-Byers called me that afternoon and she said, Dorothy, you have to get over here. 2 of your children drowned. It's a lot to talk about. And we're going to give others a chance to talk about it. But since I am the school board representative for District 2 and I have the microphone, I'll talk a little bit. So Andrew and Alex were taken from us. Twin brothers. Their untimely departure is not the only reason that we are here. But as I spoke to Jim about it and Natalia and others, I don't know whether they ride horses or not, but they got on the horses in a hurry. And here we are. The drowning, as Mr. Chair said, did not happen in a pool, did not happen at a beach. It happened in a lake. We have a lot of them throughout Miami-Dade County, but if you ever ride District 2, you will see we have a huge number of water opportunities for children to jump in and not know how to swim. So I want to thank again our superintendent and of course all of the others for listening to all that we say, and all of my colleagues, the other 8, for jumping in to help us save our children. Be reminded that there are children. They are attracted to water. I don't care how old or how young, if they're near water, they're going to try to find a way. They don't know that they can't swim. Thank you, Captain Keith, and all of the others who came out that early morning. I don't know, Natalia, whether it was April or what. You all got busy, you know, in such a fast manner. Dade County Public Schools and all of the other collaborators, we thank you. God bless you, and I'll see you on the journey.
Thank you so much. Please give her another big round of applause for those beautiful words. Great. Now, please help me welcome Miami-Dade County Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. 𝘾𝙤𝙢𝙤𝙤.
Good afternoon, everyone. Really a pleasure to be here. And I just have to share with you a comment that I got when I was coming in. Mr. Jim O'Connell sees me and says, this has been a dream of his for over 35 years. A dream in the making for 35 years. So when I visited one of the pilots, Rockway Elementary, it was kind of funny, but it says a lot. So you saw the kids in the pool learning how to swim and their instructors. And then to the side, like right behind the fence, you had about 20 to 25 parents. And they were watching. They were watching the instruction. What does that say? To them, this was important as well. And so I am so thankful to our partners for joining and helping us as a school district amplify opportunities for our children. Our school district currently has a Learn to Swim program. It's been in effect for over 50 years. However, it's limited. We use it with portable pools across some of our schools. This program actually amplifies access to pools for children, and it'll provide the safety lessons that they need to feel comfortable, safe in the water. And it also provides, I believe, a huge peace of mind to our parents. There is a parental awareness, parental instruction component to it that I believe is very, very powerful. As a principal, during my 5 years as a tenured principal at one school, we had a large cluster of students with autism. And Mayor, I was so glad when you mentioned that as part of this program, there's also a component for students with autism. I lost 2 kids while I was a principal at Hialeah Gardens Elementary. And a program like this can make a difference, not only for the children, but again, to the parents. So we are so thankful for the partnership, because without partnerships like this, we could not amplify the services and the access to programs that we provide in our school district. And like our board member said, our children, all of them, should be able to participate in programs that save lives, that make a difference for them and their families. Thank you very, very much. I want to say a couple of words in Spanish. El programa de natación se llama, está aquí puesto, Reto Cero. Y es un programa diseñado para enseñar a nuestros estudiantes de kindergarten a cómo nadar. Y esto va a prevenir, obviamente, accidentes en las piscinas y en nuestra comunidad. Es un programa también que otorga lecciones para los padres, para que los padres también aprendan a cómo ayudar a sus hijos. Esto es un programa que va a amplificar lo que nosotros en el distrito escolar tenemos puesto ahora. En estos momentos tenemos un programa que se llama Learn to Swim, que enseña a los niños de pre-kindergarten a segundo grado a cómo nadar, pero lo hacen en piscinas potables. Este programa, a través de nuestros compañeros, el Children's Trust, el Miami Foundation, el United Way, a través de todos estos compañeros hemos podido lograr amplificar los servicios y darle mucho más acceso a otros estudiantes en piscinas actuales como esta. Así que es un momento muy importante para la comunidad y le damos gracias a todos los que se han comprometido para que esto sea una realidad. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you everyone, because this at the end of the day provides enormous additional value to this beautiful community that we live in. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Please, another big round of applause for Dr. Gilchrist. All right, everyone. So now I would like to ask for you to please help me welcome the Children's Trust President and CEO, Jim Hodge.
Good morning, everybody. We are exceptionally proud to be the primary funder and the launch partner for this proud initiative. We have an amazing board who is very supportive of this initiative from the get-go. We have our board chair, 𝘾𝙤𝙢𝙥𝙧𝙚𝙤, our board member, Lourdes Diaz, Kathy Burgos, and others who are here that really help support this from the get-go. As the mayor stated, and Dr. 𝘾𝙤𝙢𝙢, when those two young boys drowned, and right around the same time we had a child with autism who drowned, we came together to figure out how do we do this. We're doing it, and we're doing it in different parts. The superintendent had the program. We have other groups, American Red Cross and others. How do we collectively come together? We surveyed the state and see what everybody else is doing and said, listen, with partners like this, we can come to Miami and scale it, and we have a huge footprint in Miami. But to be able to scale it to reach 20,000 children, how do we reach 20,000 plus children to stop this? And we came together and we did it. The Trust remains a primary funder of this program. I do want to give a special recognition to Natalia Zea, who has led this with all of our. But we remain a funder. We will bring it to the board for annual renewals. We are working with the mayor's office, Miami Foundation, to look for private funding to lock this way in perpetuity so we take care of our children, our grandchildren, and our great-grandchildren and lock this away for generations to come. In addition to the swimming lessons, we're going to do a marketing campaign, so when the kids leave the pool, it's not just there, that they take it home, so that the parents, and then we have family literacy around this, and you will see a marketing push down the road as well. And as was mentioned a couple of times, we live in a beautiful city. We are surrounded by water, we have lakes, we have canals, we have pools, we have the ocean, we have the rock pits. It's just heartbreaking when you hear a tragedy of a child die. It is heartbreaking to watch that family grieve. It's heartbreaking to watch the community grieve. This group of partnerships said no more. We will do whatever in our power to make sure that we minimize and prevent all types of drownings. To all the funders, I do want to thank. This would not have happened without the American Red Cross, United Way of Miami, the Edu Foundation, the Temple Family Foundation, and to other funders out there. We're looking for other funders to come and please join us. This is a life-saving initiative, and we look forward to partnership. Again, very proud from the Trust to be part of this, and we look forward to a strong partnership and great success.
Let's give it up for the Children's Trust again, please. Yeah. Alrighty, now please help me welcome American Red Cross Greater Miami and the Keys Executive Director, Deborah Koch.
Good morning. The American Red Cross has been promoting swim safety for over 100 years and is absolutely honored to be a part of this incredible collaborative. According to the International Journal of Aquatic Research and Education, the most effective drowning prevention intervention methods include what we call layers of protection, meaning multiple approaches to prevent drownings. These layers, which the Red Cross has called the Circle of Drowning Prevention, includes a number of things like water safety education, actual swimming in the pool, which I know these kids are very excited to get into the pool, and then water safety survival skills. Zero Drownings Miami-Dade will address all of these various layers to ensure that the adults, the parents, and the children get every level of education possible to prevent drowning. The Red Cross is serving as the educational lead for Zero Drownings Miami-Dade and may actually use this model in other communities around the country. Our swim lessons for many years have provided a level of skills needed to achieve water competency and prevent drowning. Specifically, this program, this Zero Drowning Miami-Dade, is employing a 10-lesson approach, 10 30-minute lessons that the kids are doing during school with transportation, with a ratio of 1 instructor to 6 students. And as the doctor mentioned earlier, the first day we were here, the kids were so reticent to get in the water, and literally by the end of the class, you could not get them out of the water, which means this is working, that our Red Cross trained instructors are encouraging a love of water and a respect, more importantly, a respect for water. The skills that they're learning include entering and exiting the water safely, breath control, floating, and changing body propulsion in the water, and your body orientation. These are all skills that some of us, not me, but some of us innately know, but it's truly, like the mayor said, a learned skill. The family engagement and education component is critical. Having parents engaged in this activity will ensure that the children have a lifelong love and respect for water. These layers of protection include getting the adults materials and information about water safety, as well as Jim just mentioned, a community-wide marketing and safety education campaign. We are thrilled to be a part of this, and thank you very much to the teams for putting this together. Maria.
Thank you so much, Deborah, for everything that you do. This is one big family. All of you have just been extraordinary partners with Miami-Dade Parks for so long. Now, please help me welcome another dear friend and partner, the Miami Foundation President and CEO, Rebecca Fishman-Lipsey.
So I want to start first by recognizing, standing in the hot sun, our lifeguards and the staff at Miami-Dade Parks, who, after all of us are done, are going to be standing still in the hot sun, making sure that every single child who lives in Miami-Dade County learns how to swim. And this is part of the magic of living in Miami, is that we are surrounded by water. This is why so many people flock here, want to live here. But it's also the reason why the #1 cause of death for children under the age of 9 is drowning. And it is a completely solvable problem. And things like this don't happen in silos. They happen when a tragedy occurs in our community, like it did last year, more than once. And leaders say, enough, enough. One of us cannot solve this alone. But if all of us get around a table together, we can solve this together. And I know you were recognized already, Natalia, but I have to name you. Natalia, over at the Children's Trust, muscled this together, brought us all around the table over and over again, enough times to say, we can do this as a community. We can make sure that every single child who lives in our community has the ability to learn to protect themselves in the water. And so, on behalf of the Miami Foundation and all of our partners, I'm so grateful to be a part. We're so proud to be a part of this coalition. And I would say, mother to mother, parent to parent, to anyone who is watching this, we have a choice as a community to decide that this is something we will tackle together. We cannot do this alone. We need people to stand with us, to donate, and to make sure that we can promise forever that if you live in Miami, you will learn how to swim. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca. And now please help me welcome United Way President, United Way Miami President and CEO, Ximeria Hudson. Yes.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are so excited to be part of this amazing, amazing effort. And if Chairman Gilbert would have asked me if I knew how to swim, the answer would have been absolutely yes. If he would have asked me if my 5-year-old son knows how to swim, the answer would have been absolutely yes. If he would have asked me if my husband knows how to swim, the answer would have been absolutely yes. I learned how to swim in a pool like this when I was 7 years old, and I am so grateful for what we are doing in Miami-Dade County. Now at United Way, we have always had a long-standing and unwavering support for children. In fact, quality early education is one of the building blocks of a resilient and thriving community. Now, programs like what we have at United Way, Center for Excellence in Early Education, we have made a commitment to children's health and safety. Now, all of us coming together, the private sector, the county, the educational partners, the community really shows the importance of water safety, also demonstrates the power of our collective. You know, in the green room, Jim said there is so much we can do together. And I will tell you, coming together like this is not only going to save lives, but it will demonstrate that we continue to stand together for important issues in this community. Zero Drownings informational campaign will be essential to extending the program's reach as far as possible. And we are going to be those arms and legs and that mouthpiece for this program to extend it throughout Miami-Dade County. Now, it also aligns clearly with our organizational goals. We are very proud to support this vital program that we know will save countless lives. Now, joining all of you, certainly our peer groups in Miami-Dade County, really creates an opportunity for us to have powerful resources to educate our community. But we all know that family engagement is absolutely important. One of the things that we also know, we've been in the community for 100 years, and we have seen a demonstration of family engagement. It is very essential for every family member, parents, to get involved. Our services are more amplified when the family is involved, and I believe that this initiative is no different. While many have already acknowledged, and I don't think we can thank people enough for all the hard work in bringing this together, we still have a road to go. 20,000 children that we want to impact on an annual basis, as Jim mentioned. But we have to thank everyone, again, for all of your support in coming together. And I'm going to do it one by one, so please bear with me. Certainly the Miami-Dade County, we thank you so much. The Children's Trust, the Miami-Dade County Public School System, the American Red Cross, the Miami Foundations, the EDU Foundations, the Templeton Family Foundations, and the 𝘾𝙤𝙬𝙚 Family Foundation. Thanks for all your collective efforts. And like Rebecca said, thanks to our lifeguards. My brother was a lifeguard. And I will tell you, it is a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. So thank you to our lifeguards as well for all of your hard work in taking care of our children. As far as United Way Miami is concerned, there is nothing more important than our children. And more importantly, nothing more important than keeping them safe. And I'm going to say an old saying. After all, they are literally our future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Samaria, for your incredible support and collaboration. So before we conclude the program, a brief point of privilege. Please help me thank my entire team. We've got Danny, Victor, Jim, the whole aquatic team. Raise your hand. Give them a big round of applause, please. Thank you all for everything you do. I'm incredibly lucky. I have an amazing team. So this concludes the speaking portion of the press conference. We will have a photo op with all of the speakers, as we mentioned earlier, followed by a demonstration of in-the-pool water instruction. After the photo op, speaker and students and their parents will be available for interviews. So please see any of the 3 PIOs who can facilitate this for you. And if I can have them raise their hand when I call them out. Representing the county, Julianne Gage, right there from our team. Representing the school board, Emil Lugo. Where is he? There he is, back there, behind the camera. There you go. Representing the Children's Trust and fundraising partners, Lindsay Francois. Where is she? Over here. There she is, back over there. So this concludes our program, everyone. Thank you all for joining us this morning and being part of this amazing, extraordinary initiative full of extraordinary partnership and community commitment to saving people's lives, saving our kids' lives. Thank you, everyone.